I like today better than I did the other day. More consistency on both sides of the ball. Got a lot of situations worked as far as a lot of third down stuff, a lot of red zone stuff. Had goal line the other day, had 2 minute, just a lot of situational stuff, but got better. Guys more consistent on the day. Good physical day, good practice,
What surprised you at all with the quick turnaround?
Yeah, well, we got after them a little bit yesterday. I liked yesterday a little bit, but I challenged them a little bit, and they come back. And I think sometimes when you have the 3 days off like we had, and you don't do anything, it kind of can make it lethargic. It's almost sometimes when you quick turnaround, it can be better at times if they got enough energy.
Talking to the guys yesterday, they weren't happy about having those days off. They seemed to be really disappointed. Is that
because when you get in the groove and you get your mindset for what you want to do and how you want to go about things, and that's a good sign. This group, I say, this one thing about this group, it's eager to be good. It's eager to be good.
Yeah, at the opening spring conference, you mentioned how education and a lot of that stuff is going to be key this spring. How have they taken to, I guess, maybe some of that fundamental coaching that you've
I mean, got to get better, but listening. You know what I mean? And we just got to keep putting them in those situations to where it becomes second nature. You know what I'm saying? But from that standpoint, their energy to learn like that's been good.
You mentioned you were more concerned about the chemistry and the leadership at this point. So how do you think?
I think chemistry's been really good. I mean, I think the chemistry, and when chemistry is good, you get leadership. You know what I'm saying? Because guys don't mind when other guys correct them. Guys don't mind when other guys push them. And different guys can do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't always have to be the same guy. From that standpoint, I think it's been good.
Yesterday, DeMarcus was saying, for whatever reason, he seems to be cooking with Coach Long. Have you sensed maybe a different?
Yeah, I think two things. I think he likes how he's being coached. But two, I think he's growing up. He's being mature. You know what I mean? And he's a junior. It's his third year. You know, you start to, like I say, those young pups are talented. They make all those plays, but then they make mistakes too when you're young. It's just like anybody. And then as you grow into your job, the urgency becomes different, and all of a sudden the message that your coach gives you sometimes, he can be saying the same things one year and the next year it sounds totally different even though it's the same words, you know what I mean, because of your growth and maturity. So from that standpoint, I think it's been good.
When you bring in a new position coach, do they go back and watch the film, or do they start fresh with these guys?
A lot of them start, I mean, they review and evaluate their talent levels of what they can and cannot do and make that evaluation. And most of them try to get their own. They like to start fresh with a guy, you know what I mean? Because they don't want to hold old things that the other coach may not have liked or things that one coach liked. You got to develop your own chemistry with each other.
How are some of those younger end guys like Pugh, Featherston coming along?
Good. I noticed Jacob on the board being more physical. Had a couple nice rushes today. Made a real nice, in 2 minutes, made a real nice play on the ball. And when he dropped, I mean, having that ability too. I mean, we did an 8-man drop, and it was a big, long situation late. And made a really nice play to have that flexibility. But they've been getting better. Lorenzo's got to keep pushing and become more consistent.
You mentioned the flexibility. How important is it to have a guy like Jacob there that can do a little bit of everything on that edge side?
That's the key. In today's football, it's all versatility. You've got to be able to be multiple in your talents because of the way the game has changed and become such a sprint game.
Were you hoping for Lorenzo to put on a little bit more weight in the offseason?
Yeah, we will. He'll get bigger. We got to make him eat. And some guys, it's like Nick O'Leary. All of a sudden, Nick O'Leary is 254 pounds. He was never over 246 here. And all of a sudden, as they get older, he said, no, I can't get under 250. I mean, it's amazing how. And it's not from that, but it also, as you get older like that, they ain't doing all the things, going to class, doing all the stuff, and they're training all day. But he'll grow, and his maturity and his metabolism will kick in.
What have you seen from Marquez White so far this spring?
Boy, he's flashed at me today. Marquez made 3 or 4 really good plays that you say weren't bad throws, weren't bad routes, made good plays. You know what I mean? He ad-libbed and slid under a guy one time and batted the ball. Just made some really good plays. The last 2 days, Marquez has caught my eye.
He said yesterday.
With Dalvin this spring.
Consistency, leadership. I mean, not making any mental mistakes with protection, with any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and his reads, his cuts, he's much more patient in his running and being more, doesn't miss the holes as much and really understands the whole scheme better.
Marquez said yesterday that he felt like he might be the starting corner if you guys had to go tomorrow. Is that where he is right now in your mind?
He would be. He would have a great shot. I think he's playing good football.
Coach, how's Noles?
Good. He's sick. He's still one of them. Still, we thought we were going to get him back today, and he came in this morning. He was still throwing up and nauseous, and we didn't dehydrate, so we held him today. So he didn't go today.
Have you had a chance to talk to Jameis about Pro Day and him working out?
Yeah, I've talked 2 or 3 times. I mean, quite often. I think it's going well.
What's it like for you for these guys to be able to work out in pro day?
Well,
obviously, it's not your first time, but what's it like for you to just see all
Well,
these guys?
it's the fin. What I'm saying is, everybody says, well, the season's over. It's over. No, it didn't. It didn't finish till the draft, and all those guys, they graduate school, and they go to where they're going to go in the draft. It's all part of the whole process here of developing our players. It's not just about the team and winning games. You're helping them graduate, but you're also helping them go to that next level. We're putting more guys out than anybody, and it's very rewarding and proud. We're proud and feel like, we're doing the right things for these guys as we're winning games and giving them their dreams and chances to become who they want to become.
Is Jameis in particular, obviously he had a great combine showing. Is he excited to come back? And work
Oh,
out?
yeah, heck, Jameis. If you want to play ball, if you want to go play in the parking lot, he'd be excited. Have you ever seen him not excited to play? And if he played in the parking lot, he played at the park. If it was a pickup, Jalen has that same ability. Those guys, I called it to Telvin, Joyner, Gregory. All those guys, Dalvin can be like, they just want to play. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if there's 100,000 people or there's no, and they're at the park. They just like to play.
Jimbo, when you have a lot of guys out, like at linebacker, can you even think about the team stuff, or are you just focused on teaching who's out there?
Oh, you teach who's out there, and it's team because and let those guys develop because you develop depth. But also, you're still letting the other guy. You're still watching the D line, the safeties, the corners. All that part of it. When the other parts get in there, but some of those young guys are doing a good job. I thought Terrell Lyons is making a lot of progress. Roderick Hoskins is doing some really good things. We held Terrence today. He was having a good day yesterday. He stubbed that toe when I said hold him today, Sunday, and then scrimmage him a little bit on Saturday. We don't have to see a lot of it, but that's still. On Monday, excuse me.
Coach, how's McGuire looking at this point in the spring?
I thought he played really well today. Yesterday was a good day. I'm going to say a B+ day. Today was probably A- today. I thought he in the red zone, made some big time throws. And Izzo and Maven Sanders made some big time catches down in that red zone today. Those big bodies, I was proud of them. He made some. Guys were covered. They put the balls in the right spot. Guys were jumping up, making plays. I thought Sean had one of his best days, and it was really good. And because it was third down, it was red zone, it was situational play. I liked what I saw there today.
It seems like, based on your comments and some of the players, that Sean's separated himself from maybe the other quarterback group.
Well, I think he does from a knowledge standpoint. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When you have that much knowledge, you've been in the system 3 years, it does. But he's playing good. He makes mistakes like everybody else. Like James made mistakes in practice. That's how everybody learns. But I've been pleased with the way he's playing.
How about
getting them and making big, not just managing the game, making plays down the field. Mm-hmm. Making plays down the field.
How about the guys in front of him, the new offensive line?
Good. They're growing. I can see where things are coming together. They're not there yet. And it's 4 out of 5 will do it, and sometimes 5 out of 5. But sometimes those backs make them right because they're so good. But I like our line progress. We got a lot of work to do, but I like where we're at right now in that group.
Maybe I missed something. Vivetti
he got banged in the head.
Okay.
He got banged in the head yesterday. Got a slight concussion.
And the foot.
No, he's had that on every day. That's something he's had for his 2 days. He had an ankle and a little strip thing in his ankle heel right there that when he walks around, just takes pressure off of it. When you're 330 pounds and you walk normal, that hurts. That hurts. So it just keeps pressure off of it. But he got banged in the head yesterday.
Okay.
He and Derek Kelly. Derek Kelly got banged in the head.
When you
They had
scrimmage
to hold him today.
when you scrimmage on Monday, who will go out first at tight end?
We'll figure it out when we get in there. We'll look at it.
Sounds like
There's no first. All these jobs are open. We'll just throw whoever we throw out there doesn't mean anything either. How they got to go play. Izzo's doing good. Maven's doing good. Kerr's been sick. He's been playing good. He's had the bug. So. All right.